Hello everyone, this is Bryant with Amusement Source Media, and we are completing the trifecta today. So over the last couple of years, we've checked out all the Hawaiian Falls water parks, which is a small Texas water park chain. So first year we did it, we went to Waco. Last year we went to Roanoke. This year we are here in Mansfield. So we have had a really good time at all the Hawaiian Falls parks so far, so we're excited to check this one out. Hawaiian Falls Mansfield opened in 2008. They have over a dozen slides. They have a lazy river, cabanas, wave pool, all kinds of stuff. So we'll give you a lay of the land, walk around, show you the attractions, show you some of the add-ons, lockers, things like that. So let's go check it out. And right here at the front of Hawaiian Falls, you got a fun little water feature with some signage. Over here to the right of the entrance is your locker rentals. These go between $10 and $20 depending on what size you would like. And if you have cabanas, you go to this customer service window right here. You've got your main restroom bank over here. And then you've got the Surf Shack, which is the primary gift shop right here, all at the front. Now, admittedly, there is a very low amount of Hawaiian Falls specific merch here, but this is where you would get like sunglasses, hats, towels, sunscreen, things like that if you didn't bring it along with you. And right next to the restrooms, you have your first attraction, which is Turtle Bay. That is this little children's complex area. Got a few little slides. Got the water bucket that comes down. There is also like a little ropes course there to the left. And some little shaded seating areas over there. Of course, with it being Hawaiian Falls, you gotta have your giant chair photo op, which they've got here. Right behind that, they have Torch Dogs, which is unfortunately closed. So I don't see a menu available without it being open. As you swing around to the right of there, you have Fruit Net, which has all kinds of treats, quesadillas, tacos, corn on a stick. They've got some drinks. And then, of course, you've got a mini melts stand right next to that. So it's like Dippin' Dots, but not. That makes sense. Don't tell anybody I said that, though. Right across from that smaller... Oh my gosh, the bucket just went off. Right across from that smaller children's area is a bigger play complex with slides, water features. The bucket just went off. I kind of missed it, but we're going to keep going this way. We have a few slides back in this area. Now, right outside of this play area, you do have some cabanas. It is very hectic over here. So maybe if you have kids, these cabanas wouldn't be so bad, but if you're trying to chill out, we'll show you some other cabanas that are also available that aren't as crazy. Oh my gosh, there it goes. We got it. Good job, everyone. This is called Kiki Cove, by the way. Right here in this back corner, you have Reef Racers, which is a mat racing slide, completely open all the way down. Now, the height requirement is 42 inches and the weight limit is 300 pounds. Oh, we got one. Well, she's definitely winning, right? I guess they're not racing. Oh, I think someone was a little scared. Oh yeah, for sure. Right next to Reef Racers, you have Tiki Tower, which is a 4-slide complex. These are all body slides, so you've got 2 open on the far end, 2 enclosed slides. Closest to us, unfortunately, this is closed right now, but the water is running, so maybe they're planning on opening that a little bit later, but for now, no action shots. All right, folks, we've looped back around this bigger play complex here. And next up, you run into these two big boys, which are Cliffhanger and Hawaiian Halfpipe. These look like they might be two of the more intense rides here at Hawaiian Falls Mansfield. Definitely some of the tallest, that is for sure. Ah, you really come barreling out of that bad boy. That's definitely the Cliffhanger. The Hawaiian Halfpipe is the slide behind there where you see that big ramp. Try to get a little bit of a better angle. I'm eagerly waiting to see if anyone actually comes down this. It's really hard to see when someone is actually coming based off of the angle. Definitely appears that no one is looking to brave the Halfpipe today. This definitely looks like one of the crazier slides here for sure. And so here at Cliffhanger and Hawaiian Halfpipe, for Cliffhanger, it's a 42-inch height requirement. You can ride 3 people. They have like a crazy human centipede looking float. I'm just gonna leave that there, but maximum individual rider 300 pounds, and then for Hawaiian Halfpipe, maximum is 2 persons 400 pounds, and you have to be 42 inches tall to ride. We're about to head into an area called Nico's Landing, but before we get there, you go over a bridge that goes over the lazy river, aka one of my favorite water park attractions. Love a good lazy river. This one is very slow. We have, spoiler alert, I've actually already been in this one. And like I said, we're heading into Nico's Landing, which definitely feels a little bit more calm. I do think this is a little more family friendly. Feel free to pause the video to take a look at all of the safety rules for Nico's Landing. So it looks like this Nico's Landing area is a dead end. Bummer, but you'll see the little play area for little kids right here. Got a few little tiny slides and water features, and you do have a more upgraded cabana experience here. These do have the loungers that have like a little water cliff on them. I don't want to get too close. There are little kids down there, but these are definitely the nicer cabanas, and it's a little bit more calm in this little circular dead end area over here. All right, we've backtracked our way back up. You can see the photo op chair right there. This is where the surf shack is, that gift shop. So right next to that on the back side is where you can get HTO and Slush Shack, which unfortunately are both closed today. I'm not gonna lie with y'all. One of the big things I love about Hawaiian Falls is the HTO. So definitely a bummer that we're not gonna get any of that today. So your HTO Slush Shack is right there. Across from that, you'll see Kona Cooler, which is one of the entrances into the wave pool. And then you've got Surfside Snacks, which is just a quick little snack stand. They've got pretzels, churros, bagged chips, bottled drinks, things like that. Right across the way, you've got this big shade structure, which feels really nice with these huge fans. And this is where Sharky's is located. And we'll look at that menu here in a second. You also have the Oasis Bar, which is going to be like your beer and mixed drinks over there to the left. They do have some shaded seating. And as you swing around this way, there is some more shaded seating towards the lazy river. So I'm not sure how well you can see this with the glare and the camera we're using, but they have cheeseburgers, chicken dippers, hot dogs, chicken sandwiches. It looks like everything is under $15.99, and of course you get a discount if you're a pass holder. So that comes with fries and a drink. So definitely one of the cheaper theme park meals here at Sharky's that you'll find in the area. All right, folks, we had our big covered area, Sharky's over there. You got this crazy VW bug to walk through. I don't really know what this is. I guess it's theming. Here's a look at the backside of those cabanas I showed you with the little water edge seating areas. These are definitely the nicest cabanas they're gonna have here. Whoa, oh my gosh, there it goes. Holy smokes. All right. And then across from that way, you have more kind of semi-shaded areas. You got loungers, and you've got the wave pool back there, which we will get a little bit closer to here in a second. This was something they had at Hawaiian Falls Roanoke, but it's just like a wetted pathway because, you know, it's Texas. The ground gets hot, so if you need a little foot relief, yeah, I got my Crocs on. Don't be hating. You can walk through this, and it's really nice. Nice quick way to cool off your feet. We've wrapped around the wave pool a little bit, so there at the far end you got Bungalow Bay. A little bit more of secluded seating areas, but very basic cabanas. So the wave pool is interesting. It's called Breaker Beach. You have this like lounge area here on the side, and as you wrap around further down, that is where the wave section is. So they're not very big waves. It's not very crazy. It's very family friendly, but kind of an interesting layout. A little bit calmer on this side for sure, and then you've got all of your lounging seating areas around the wave pool as well. They do have this hula hideout VIP area, so if you're interested in something like that, make sure you check out the Hawaiian Falls website. And then if you do need to access first aid, it is just right over here on the side of the wave pool. So there's your wave pool area. You got Bungalow Bay over there. There is a very small little restroom set up over here. I'm not too sure about that one, but they also have some semi-shaded seating in this area. This is also where your zero entry into the lazy river is going to be. So if you need different accessibility, or you don't want to, you know, walk down the stairs, you can get in right here, and you just wade yourself right in down a little incline. So right here on this edge of the park, you have Lalana Peak, which is 4 more kind of bigger body slides, and so your maximum load is going to be 2 people at 400 pounds and 42-inch height requirement. All right, so just like the other slide tower, you've got 2 enclosed, 2 open. I hear people screaming. They got to be coming. Oh yeah, coming down these enclosed slides. Splashdown. And you come over here and you run into Lava Launch, which are these 2 body slides right here. Now these are the types of slides that actually drop the floor out and you come down. Unfortunately, they are also closed, but you can see the safety rules there. 48-inch height requirement, 250-pound weight limit. I can only assume someone launched their lava a little too hard. All right, folks, we are rounding the wave pool, Breaker Beach, because we have one more water slide to look at, which is the High Tide Whirlpool over here in the corner. And so to ride High Tide Whirlpool, you've got to be 42 inches tall. The maximum load is 2 persons at 400 pounds. You can ride this by yourself though. And essentially what High Tide is you start up here, you come winding through this enclosed area. It dumps you into this basically like a big whirlpool. I like to call it a toilet bowl. And then it splashes you out here down at the end. Oh, and fair warning, sometimes you come out backwards. All right, everyone, that does it for this look at Hawaiian Falls Mansfield, the 3rd and final Hawaiian Falls on our, I guess, multi-year adventure, but definitely a good time. The one thing I will say about Hawaiian Falls, the vibe is always really good. It's laid back. It's not as hectic, I guess I would say, as some of the other water parks that you can go to, and their season passes are pretty affordable, so make sure, you know, you come give it a try. If you get a pass, you come to Mansfield, you can go to Roanoke and Waco, all within driving distance, all have different kinds of slides. It's a good, fun time. There's also a lot of charm at these parks, you know, being a little bit smaller and not so corporatized like some of the other parks around, so I really like that little touch as well. I will say, as we're getting to the end of 2025, it looks like they might be having a little bit of trouble here with staffing. That's my assumption as to why we ran into multiple closed slides, no HTO, which was the ultimate sadness, but either way, we still had a really fun time here. If y'all have any questions about any of the Hawaiian Falls parks, let us know in the comments below. Also, make sure to check out the other tours we did of the other Hawaiian Falls parks. We thank y'all for watching. Take care. We'll see you at a theme park.